Okay, so we've kind of dealt with the wrestler sprawl. So we've done the down block, save you loads of energy, not get you in lots of trouble. We've looked at the wrestling sprawl. When you're sprawling against a wrestler, you have to work really hard. Okay, they're just so good. They cut corners and it's really hard. Now, not knocking most submission wrestlers, BJJ takedowns, MMA fighters and stuff. There are some really high level wrestlers out there, okay? But not really in the United Kingdom at the moment, I don't think, in my opinion. Not that I've seen anywhere. I've seen lots of people who are really good at not being taken down. All right, and we have our very own Scott Malone here, who is brilliant at taking people down, but you know, that's just me being big-headed. What we're going to look at is we're going to look at attacking sprawl. Now, this was first done to me by a Russian guy in competition, and I remember it to this day because it was one of the most painful things that I'd ever experienced in my life. So, from our MMA stance, or our, I have a left lead wrestling stance, should be a right lead wrestling stance. From a left lead wrestling stance, we can do our down block. So we looked at our down blocks. Yeah, just to take that leg away, just to turn that corner, maybe reshoot off something. Okay, but what we're going to look at now is we're going to look at actually attacking with the hip. So I'm going to drive my hip into the attacker about here. So I'm not landing on the back of his head, I'm using my hip bone and I'm attacking into the where his neck and his shoulder joins, and it hits here. It's horrible. Okay, so this time we're meeting forward power with forward power. Okay, so as he shoots, what I'm doing is I'm lining up my hip for the side of his head. Okay, now this Russian guy was so good that he could actually just pat your head out to one side before he sprawled on it, and he didn't down block or anything. He just wanted to put his hip through your shoulder. Okay, so as I do this, I'm going to go straight back. So to practice this, my hands go on the ground. I'm going to go back and drive my hip in. And you can see what happens is my hip turns, it'll hit that part of his neck, this foot goes out to the side, and this foot goes down, because if he does drive, it just drives me around the corner. Okay, and what happens is as I'm turned, I end up turning with him. Okay, obviously this is against people who aren't really high level wrestlers. Wait a minute, he must have thought I was a crap wrestler. That's not fair. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive my hip in and I'm going to turn the corner. Okay, if he drives. If he doesn't turn the corner, then he's nailed underneath you. You can attack with head and arms. So the drill is hands go down, feet go back, hands come up. Boom. Yeah, easy peasy. Hands go down, hips go back, bang, foot comes under, leg goes forward. Alright, so we've done the MMA sprawl drill. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to do the MMA sprawl, submission grappling sprawl kind of thing on Graham. As I said before, this is actually attacking Graham with the hip, so I have to be pretty careful with this. Okay, my example. Just give me a moment. My example with the ball, if I pass the ball to Graham and he rolls it towards me, I'm actually firing my hip down through the ball, through his side of his neck and into his collarbone. So Graham rolls it to me. Okay, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for this bit to hit the inside of his neck. Obviously, I don't want to hurt Graham because he's my friend. All right. So as he shoots in, okay, this time he's put his head on the outside, inside, doesn't matter. All right. All I'm going to do is this lead hip, my right hip in MMA, be my left leg forward. Sorry. I'm just going to sprawl it and I'm going to throw my hips into it. So I hope Graham doesn't mind me doing this because it's going to be a little bit nasty. Okay. So I go here. See that? I've undone the grab and I forced his head into the mat straight away. That's not going to be stopped. Okay. And he should have felt something pretty nasty go through his collarbone. Right. My hip is already in here. So I don't have to do any of the shuffle down of the wrestling. Yeah, we're just imagining he's not a good enough wrestler to do that. Okay, we've stopped it. It's like two bulls hitting head on, but he's ended up going down underneath me. Right? When my hip's here, if he's managed to hold on to my leg, Yeah, if he's managed to hold onto my leg, I'm just going to grab an ankle. Yeah, so he's holding here. I managed to grab an ankle, and then I'm just going to push on his hip and just push it back to get it out. All right. I like to keep hold of the ankle as I'm going to switch and turn. Knee goes in, turn. Okay. Hand goes on the hip, move back to the hip, controlling, or whatever you want to do. Okay. So it's a really, really powerful sprawl. I'm not going to do it against Graham. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that section we just did and put it in again. It works on the other side, so if you turtle up, so say his head's on the outside, it works just as well here. Yeah. The thing here is he can turn the corner. Yeah. But I don't actually mind if he turns the corner, because if he turns the corner, he pushes me up to my feet. Okay. And I can start to attack the neck, and I can start to attack head and arm. Okay. So I don't particularly mind. This foot stays on the ground. Yeah. This foot on the shoelaces. You're just going to slide and pivot around until you're in a much more powerful position than him, lifting him up as he does it. So he's going to come into guillotine, sort of anaconda territory. So that's why I like it. So there you go.